What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Washita Valley. Thanks for coming back, seeing us. Got some interesting stuff going on today. First off, it's Tuesday afternoon. It's after work, and today I actually took and passed my commercial driver's license exam. So I'm pretty pumped about that. I've got my CDL now. Technically, I have my CDL now. I don't have my driver's license, my actual physical driver's license changed yet, but I'm going to take care of that tomorrow. So that's awesome because now I've got a CDL and I get a raise at the co-op, which is even more outstanding. What else is going to go on today? Oh, you guys are going to get to meet somebody new today. You're actually going to get to meet my sister, Kat, or Catherine. We call her Kat. She's actually there's three of us, and she's the middle child. So she's not my older sister, but she's the older of the two sisters. I needed some help today, and Dad's out of town, and she's old enough to where, she can help me do some things. She's 17, so she's plenty old enough to help me, drive a tractor, run me here or there in the pickup if I need help. So you get to meet her today. And if you haven't noticed or haven't figured it out yet, I am in Kurt's Kenworth, and I've got his gooseneck trailer, his 40-foot gooseneck trailer behind us. And you are very likely going to get to see some sketchy shenanigans today. So I'm glad you tuned in. Thanks for coming back, and stick with us because this is likely to be good. All right, so I parked the truck up by Steve's old dairy barn, and the plan is today that we are going to move this tractor. When I got home last night, there's my sister, everybody. She's pretty camera shy, and she is not interested in really being in a video at this point, so don't expect a lot from her. But anyways, so what we're going to do is try to get this Fiat home. After I baled Steve's hay yesterday, I went back home and I got Dad's hay all raked, which was brutal because Dad has got, it doesn't seem like he's got a lot of hay, but when you start raking it with that little bitty tiny rake, it really sucks bad. But anyways, so Steve's hay is all baled for now. Dad's hay is ready to bale as soon as it's dry, which will probably be tomorrow. And so we're going to move this thing. Now the plan is we are going to trim up these trees a little bit so we can get a little bit closer to this thing and, trim out the trees that are growing up around the wheels and all that. And we're going to hook onto it with the 3020, and Kat's going to drive the 3020, and I'm going to try to steer this thing up to Kurt's tractor. Kurt's trailer. Kurt's truck and trailer. Now, the reason why I'm borrowing Kurt's truck and trailer is because I don't really want to try to pull this thing home with the tractor on the highway, and it would take just a long time to go around. So I borrowed Kurt's 40-foot gooseneck and his truck. The only problem is that it does not have a winch or anything on it, so that's where the shenanigans comes in, and we'll get to a little bit of that later. But for now, we are going to get going with the chainsaw. All right, let's see what we can do here. All right, well that worked out pretty well. Cleaned up pretty nicely. The tractor's in, I'd say, a little better shape than I thought it would be. This ought to be interesting because I don't know if the brakes may be locked up or if this thing is even really going to roll. I don't know what kind of shape the transmission is going to be in, but I guess we're going to see. So I got my logging chain out, and Kat is going to back up a little, and we will hook this up and see what happens. All right. Let's see here. Gonna hook this thing up to the drawbar. Alright, so we got the chain all hooked up. Keep your fingers crossed for us. Hopefully this will be easier than I think it's going to be. I told her to just take it nice and slow because I have no idea if this thing's going to roll, how well it's going to roll, if I'm going to be able to steer it. I hope I can steer it, but it's probably going to take quite a bit of elbow grease. So, alright, we'll see what happens. Here we go. I think so far so good. It seems like the brakes were not locked up. It had kind of a jerk there in the beginning. Cat doesn't exactly have a lot of experience with this type of thing, so I wasn't expecting it to be silky smooth. I'm just glad that she could help me and that she was willing to help me. She may actually be helping me a little more as I need help, like with some square bailing and some things like that, because she doesn't have a full-time job. She is volunteering with a couple of different organizations, and due to that she couldn't really have a full-time job. So I told her if she was interested, when I get busy, that I would maybe tap her for a little help now and then. Nothing real strenuous, probably mostly just like tractor driving and things like that as I'm picking up bales. And she seemed to be pretty interested. She likes the outdoors, she didn't mind working hard. So I think you'll probably be seeing more of her. Don't know whether you'll be hearing any more of her, but you'll probably at least see her around in some of my videos from now on. I told her to stop when we got up here so that I could maneuver the tractor a little bit. Now, she is not at all interested in helping me with the next process. She basically just told me that she was going to stand by and watch and have 911 on speed dial when this all goes wrong. So let's hope it doesn't go wrong, but it's going to be kind of a one-man show from here. Keep your fingers crossed. Alright everybody, so if you haven't guessed at what's going to be next, I am going to pull both the 3020 and the new Fiat onto the trailer, and all that with nobody steering the Fiat. So this could be kind of a lengthy process, but I'm going to try not to dump both tractors off the trailer. I've got my drone up, so we're probably going to get some drone footage as much as I can anyways. Kat's going to be operating it, so I don't have to try to do all of this at once. So this ought to be interesting. You guys enjoy. All right then. Well, I didn't exactly get him perfectly centered in the trailer, but that actually went better than I thought it was going to go. Should be able to get the ramps up. I don't have to worry too much about the truck being overloaded because it's a semi. I thought about doing this with my pickup at first, and I was like, I don't think I want to try that. And then I asked Kurt what he thought about it. He's like, nah, why don't you just borrow the Kenworth? So that's what we ended up doing. All in all, went pretty well. Not much drama. Had to go back and forth between the tractors quite a bit to make sure that everything was going straight and get everything going right. But otherwise, yeah, pretty easy deal. And we didn't have to call 911, right? Right. Well, I think I'm going to get these ramps up while she walks back down and gets my pickup, and we're going to go to the house, and I'm going to tell you about some other stuff that's coming up. All right, everybody, we got everything chained down in the back, and I do believe we are ready to go. I am really glad that Kurt was willing to let me borrow his truck and trailer, because that would have been pretty tough with my pickup truck on this gooseneck. It's only a 3/4 ton pickup, and so this gooseneck by itself would have been quite a bit for it. And then with these two tractors on here, I'm afraid that would just be treacherous. Looks like Cat's ready to go. So here we go. Off to the house. New tractor, or new to me tractor, is coming home. Looks like Steve is all getting ready for harvest. He's got some wheat to cut. He's got his big tractor out. He's got his grain truck out. In case you couldn't tell, the guy likes red. He likes red, and he likes international. International combine, international tractors, international truck. Speaking of Steve, actually, I'm gonna have some baling work coming up for him before too long, because he actually has asked me about baling some wheat straw for him. That field just to the right that you saw as we came up to the intersection, that's actually his. That's a wheat field of his. And now he doesn't want all of that baled in straw, but he does want, I think, the 2 outside rounds, or he said maybe the 3 outside rounds. He wants that baled in small square bales, so that'll be interesting. That'll give me a chance to try out my new small square baler, which isn't working yet, but I don't think it'll be too bad. It seems to be fully intact, and it seems like all the parts are in pretty good shape. It didn't seem like any of the knotters are really worn out or anything like that. So that's going to be fun. What else is coming up? Oh, Kurt. He has got some oats that he's going to cut first. He's been kind of working on his combine, getting everything ready to go. He's got some oats that he's going to cut first, and they're right there by his house. And he's asked me also to square bale the straw for the oats. And since he knew that I had the baler going and all, he's asked me to bale all of his round bales. So that will be pretty interesting too, and that will actually be a paying job. Now, like I told you earlier, I got all of Dad's, I've got all of his hay here at the house raked, which, again, with that small rake was ridiculous. I can't wait until I can find something a little bigger or a well, yeah, a little bigger. So yeah, I'm gonna bale all of Kurt's hay there around his house, which he's got probably, I don't know, he's got at least probably 50 acres there around his house in a couple of different spots. So that's gonna be coming up, and I gotta finish Dad's hay because I gotta bale this here. I think he's already got this sold. Actually, I think he may have all of his hay sold already. And I don't know if I'm gonna have to actually move any of it, or I think the folks that are buying it are just going to come and pick it straight up off of the field. But we got all this hay here that I gotta bale, and I think there's gonna be actually quite a lot. And then I've got the Krieger place, which I've also got to get cut and it drying and then rake it, and it is going to be, man, it is going to take forever and a day to rake that place with that little bitty rake. I have been looking. I've been cruising Craigslist and Marketplace, and have looked at a few, but the sad fact is that I have yet to have an actual cash paying job, and I don't really have all that much money. I mean, I have enough money to put like fuel and things and buy net wrap and grease and things like that, but that's it. And now I've got this clunker on the back of here that I'm gonna have to buy parts for. So I don't know if I do find a new rake anytime soon. It's gonna be a beater as well. It's gonna need work and parts and money and all that. So, but that's kind of what's going on. We shut this thing down. That was an uneventful trip. Everything looks like it stayed put, which is excellent. So yeah, in a nutshell, that's what's going on. I'm gonna get this thing off of here and stuck in the shop, but I think that's gonna be pretty much it for this video. It was kind of uneventful, but at least now you kind of know what's going on and what's coming up, and I've got a new project. So guys, if you enjoyed the video, if what's coming up sounds like it's gonna be interesting, hit my little red tractor down there in the bottom right hand corner, and hit the bell notification, so that way when I release a new video, you'll get a notification. And if you'd like to check out some of my other videos, you'll see a playlist here at the end. So guys, thanks for coming along. I'm glad that you didn't get to see a train wreck, though that would have been entertaining for you guys. But thanks guys, and we will see you next time.